Hey everyone, hope you're having a beautiful day. Welcome to my room. The topic of this video is about shame, and I think, in my view, shame is pretty poorly discussed, if at all discussed, in our society, and I think we, as a society, experience it a lot without really knowing it. So I wanted to, before I get into my story about it, share or explain what shame is. There are, a lot of times it gets confused with guilt. And the difference between shame and guilt is, I was mean to someone, I called someone a name, I wasn't very nice to them, and I feel bad about that. And it's like, yeah, my morals say it's right to be a good person, it's right to not be mean. So I feel guilty, I feel that in my gut. Oh man, it wasn't very nice. Shame is if you say something, or I say something silly, or I do something awkward, and then someone laughs at me, and I say, "Oh man, I am so stupid. I'm such an idiot. I'm awful." Now the difference is between guilt and shame. Shame is I'm identifying with not being good. And what shame is from my research the lowest level, the lowest frequency emotion there is. What that means is it brings you down the most, and it takes away your energy as quickly as possible than any other emotion. And it is so depressing, as in depressing our energy, it brings you down. And how I relate to this, I've been through my life, I've been a real promoter of shame. What I mean by that is I've shamed myself so much for so many things for so long. And what I really wanted to do, to let go of the shame, is to love myself fully. And I've done a lot of inner work related to letting go of the shame and loving myself for who I am. And I had another layer of it come up today, or rather released, and I want to talk about that. So for the past 10-something years, probably, I've had a problem with my teeth. And it might sound quite funny, and I think we all have our own funny ways of holding on to things that are actually really painful. But where I held my shame was in my teeth. And what I mean by that is, I always had a lot of problems with them. I had so many problems with them. Cavity here, root canal here, having to have a tooth taken out, and it began to be a real source of shame. Because I thought, man, why am I so awful that I can't have good teeth? And over, I'd start to harbor and manifest these thoughts of relating to being ashamed about having poor teeth. And it would be over and over, and funny enough, not funny enough, not surprising, I have more teeth problems. Because I wouldn't look after them because I'd feel ashamed to do so. I'd feel tired. I'd feel lethargic because shame is so depressing, brings you down. That whenever I had the thoughts about looking after my teeth, it would bring me down, tired me out, and I wouldn't want to do anything about it. So I'd turn away and go on to something else. And then that would make me feel better because I wouldn't be noticing and I wouldn't be focusing on the shame. So I thought, oh, okay. And I began to create that as a subconscious, unconscious belief that it's not healthy, or I don't want to look at my teeth. I don't want to pay attention to them. I don't want to help them. I don't want to look after them. And that continued to cause more problems, and guess what? More shame came in, and I would repress it and put it away. And what I had decided to do over the past, especially few weeks, is I really made a determined effort. I'm going to love myself fully. And I've had a few pretty strong experiences of letting go beliefs, apparently, to the point where this morning I had a very releasing experience of this shame that I've had towards my teeth. And what it culminated into was having a very open and honest conversation with my dad, my mom, who I'm so grateful for. I love them so much, and I'm so appreciative of them. And what I now feel is this massive weight lifted off me. And funnily enough, I feel an emptiness. And this emptiness is coming from a space being created where a negative belief, shame, used to be. And I can feel that lifted, and I can feel that let go of, and I feel so much lighter, although I'm freaking exhausted. I can feel just this immense amount of gratitude inside me right now, knowing that I'm choosing to love myself, and I'm letting go of these beliefs that are getting in the way of that. And it's reminded me and it's inspired me that we can all choose to do this. So it is really my intention for this video to share with you shame, what it looks like, how it can become a part of our life, and that you are worth it. You are so, so, so worth it to be able to let shame go out of your life and anything else that is blocking you from loving yourself. And I wanted to say this video wasn't easy to create. It took me about four tries, because I was letting my ego get in my way of sharing this, thinking, oh man, I can't allow myself to be vulnerable on here. But that's only me thinking that being vulnerable is a weak thing. So there's been a lot of different things coming up here, lots of different messages. Just a reminder, love yourself, no matter what. And as always, if you have any thoughts, any way you relate, comment below, share. Would love to hear how you relate and how you connect. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rest of the day. Peace and love.